Someone tells you, "Wow, you actually look great today," and for a split second you can't tell if you were just praised or insulted. That confusion isn't you being sensitive, it's the design. Most people believe backhanded compliments are just clumsy phrasing, an awkward attempt at kindness that came out wrong. But in advanced behavioral psychology, we know these statements are built using a precise linguistic structure, engineered specifically to land as a compliment on the surface while delivering an insult underneath, with total deniability built in. Today you are going to learn the exact anatomy of this sentence structure, and the one response that forces the speaker to either own the insult openly or withdraw it completely. To understand why this works, you have to understand the structure itself. A genuine compliment is unconditional. It praises the present without referencing the past. A backhanded compliment always contains a hidden comparison, and that comparison is doing all of the actual work. "You actually look great today" contains an invisible but unmistakable clause. The word "actually" is the entire mechanism. It silently completes the sentence with, "unlike usually," or "unlike what I expected." The compliment about today is real, but it is structurally dependent on an implied insult about every other day. This is called a comparative insult, and it allows the speaker to hand you a genuine compliment while simultaneously depositing a devaluing statement, both wrapped in the exact same sentence. There is a second, closely related structure worth knowing, called the backhanded compliment through contrast. This one hides the insult inside a comparison to someone or something else entirely. "You're so brave for wearing that. I wish I had the confidence to not care what people think like you." Notice the compliment, bravery or confidence, is technically flattering, but it is only flattering if the underlying premise is accepted, which is that the thing being praised should normally invite judgment. You cannot fully accept the compliment without also accepting the insult buried inside its foundation. Both structures share the same psychological purpose. They allow the speaker to test the water of an insult without paying the social cost of delivering one directly. If you react with hurt or confusion, they have plausible deniability instantly available. "I was complimenting you. Why are you being so sensitive?" This response is not an accident either. It is the second half of the mechanism, designed to relocate the discomfort from their words onto your reaction, so that questioning the comment becomes evidence of your own insecurity, rather than evidence of their intent. Here is the exact counter-response, and it works in two phases. Phase number one is the split. The moment you receive a backhanded compliment, do not respond to the compliment half or the insult half separately. Do not say thank you and swallow the sting, and do not attack the insult and get accused of overreacting. Instead, you name the split itself, out loud, calmly. Something like, "That's an interesting way to put a compliment and a dig in the same sentence." This does not accuse them of anything. It simply describes the linguistic structure accurately, in real time, which is precisely what the mechanism depends on you never doing. Phase number two is the forced clarification. After naming the split, ask one plain, curious question, delivered without any edge in your tone. "Which part did you mean?" This question is devastating to the mechanism because it eliminates the plausible deniability entirely. They can no longer hide behind the ambiguity of the sentence, because you have politely, directly asked them to choose a side. If they meant it as a genuine compliment, they will clarify warmly, and you now have an actual compliment instead of a coded one. If they meant the insult, they are forced to either admit it, which exposes them completely, or backpedal and reframe, which strips the comment of its power either way. Understand why this two-phase response works so well. Backhanded compliments only function inside ambiguity. The moment you name the structure and request clarification, the ambiguity collapses, and an insult without ambiguity is just an insult, fully visible, with no plausible deniability left to hide inside. Most people who use this pattern habitually are not equipped to hold their ground once the deniability is gone, because the entire appeal of the tactic was never having to own what they actually meant. The next time someone hands you a compliment that leaves a strange aftertaste, do not swallow it, and do not overreact to it. Name the split, ask which part they meant, and let the ambiguity that was protecting them collapse in real time. You hold the psychological matrix now. If you want to keep building your psychological armor and mastering the hidden laws of human behavior, protect your mind by hitting that subscribe button right now. Stay aware, stay safe, and never let them pull your strings.